Alright, guys, we got a fun week of fights this week. We got bare knuckle, we got Bellator, we got UFC, PFL. I'm gonna get all these videos up for you guys. I promise. I'm getting back to my regular scheduled programming. It's just been a little bit busy, to say the least, and I have to say a bit stressful. So I know you guys don't care about that kind of stuff, but there's been other stuff going on that's kind of lowered my production, my availability to give you guys to give you guys videos. So my production time has kind of paid the price. But yeah, let's get right into it. We got a fun UFC card. That's why you guys are here, not to listen to me cry about my problems. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, I know you guys are probably wondering what the heck this soap today thing is. Don't worry about it. It's a streaming thing to watch movies. Don't worry about it. But yeah, let's get into this. So I believe this is Vegas 70. Ugh, 1 second. I have two screens open. Ugh. Okay. So let's start it off. We have Jose Johnson versus Garrett Armfield. Now Garrett, he's slick. He's got good wrestling. Um, some decent jiu-jitsu. Uh, I'd say he's got good in the pocket boxing. I'd say where he struggles, one, he's not a great nail. Two, I'd say he struggles against guys like Johnson who know how to mix it up and guys who are always looking for a finish. I know he fought Onama and Onama subbed him. That's all I really needed to see. Cause yeah, Onama's strong, but he's not good. He's not technically that great. And Jose Johnson is very technical. I do believe he obviously isn't the greatest, but he has shown a lot of improvements, and his BJJ is wily enough. I believe his striking. Let me mute that. Uh, yeah. So he's a very wily fighter. Good Muay Thai, good striking, deadly elbows. I feel like if Garrett Armfield shoots a lazy takedown, he could pay for it dearly. Um, I'm gonna go with Johnson here by TKO. I really like I like Johnson a lot. He's very effective with his striking. Very smart as well. He knows how to mix it up. I the only thing with him is he likes it. Is sometimes he gets complacent on his back, and Garrett Armfield can capitalize on that and ride out a decision. He trains at Kill Cliff, which is a good gym. Filled with a lot of good looks for him. But I just think that Jose Johnson is just more seasoned, and I feel like he is. I don't know. I feel like he is a better fighter, and I think I'm gonna have to ride with Jose Johnson, especially at plus money. But yeah, Jose Johnson here by TKO in the second round. Moving on, we have Haley Cohen versus Aylin Perez. I don't really. I'll have to be honest, guys. I have a lot of invested into this fight. I hate that I do, but I do. Both of these girls are 7-2. Haley Cohen, in my opinion, is a significantly better fighter. Um, she may lack a bit of power that Perez has. If she has that, I don't remember her having power, but I remember she can pack a punch. Um, what worries me more so about Perez is she doesn't have really great skills. It's more so her willingness to fight. Um, and if Haley gets complacent on her back, I do think Haley should win this fight, being that she has significantly better fight IQ, better striking. Like not great striking. Like she can strike unless the other girl's like trying to strike with her back. Then she doesn't like to. She likes to mix in the clinch. I like Haley here, though. She has a lot of tools to win this fight. She's at the reach and height advantage. I do worry a bit, but I just think Haley will be too good for her. She's a D1 athlete. Aylin Perez is just known for twerking, so she has no real good wins. Um, and I just think Haley Cohen is a better fighter. I'm gonna ride with Cohen here. I have a lot of confidence in her, and I have a lot of money on her. So hopefully she doesn't let me down, and hopefully, yeah, that doesn't happen. Moving on, um, we have Rafael Alves versus Aliyev. Nuralo Aliyev, he is well. I'd have to say Nuralo is a very, very Habib-esque type of fighter. He loves the ground and pound. Um, he can strike a little bit. Trains at Kill Cliff. I think about Aliyev that with me is he's never been really tested like to the level of Alves. And Alves, yes, he's 20-11, but that 20-11 is he's faced a lot of good guys, caused a lot of guys problems. Um, he dropped Demiris Magulov. He he's very dangerous. His guillotine's very good. Usually, I don't like people who jump for them, but with him, it's a little different. He can really use it to sweep or just go for it. I really I like him here to pull an upset, but I don't want to just not trust Alia based on things that he hasn't shown us. So I'm gonna go with Aliyev by decision, but I do think this is gonna be a hard fight. I think Alves is gonna be a next level test for him. I do think he wins this, but I do believe there's a round one scare, and I do think Alves could even win in round one. But if you're betting Alves, try round one. Um, I mean he's got finishes later, but I think he's more of a round one or bust type of guy. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me saying that. I think Aliyev is going to be safe in the later rounds. It's more so the first round he's got to worry. Unless he gasses hard, then he'll be in a lot of trouble. But I do think Narella Aliyev is going to be able to pull out the win here. Um, but yeah, this is going to be a really fun fight. I'm excited to watch it. When I first saw the matchup, I thought it was clear cut Narella Aliyev, but then I watched some tape and I was like, man, this could actually be more of an interesting fight than I thought. Speaking of interesting fights, we have Joe Selecki versus Carl Deaton the third. Carl Deaton, I was watching some tape on this man. He isn't terrible, but he's not good, if that makes sense. Like he's serviceable. He's all right. He's there. Um, trains at ATT. I think Carl is very. I mean, he beat Justin James. If that means anything. Um, and Justin James' whole game plan is just to try to wrestle you. So, I mean, Joe Selecki is a significantly better grappler, but the wrestling, I don't know. Maybe Joe Selecki gets him down, but I think Joe Selecki's going to have some issues trying to get him down. I think, but once he has him down, he'll just control him on the ground, especially that back control he has. Do I think Joe Selecki loses this fight? Maybe, but I don't think it's very likely. I will go Joe Selecki here, winning this fight by a first or second round submission. I just think you know, he's a really good fighter. Not fighter, so well, he's an alright fighter. More so, he's a great grappler. I do think he'll be able to get the guy to the mat and show him how it's done. Um, he lost to Jared Gordon due to a cardio battle. Beat Jim Miller. Subbed Austin Hubbard. So yeah, you gotta take these things into account. I think he's gonna beat Carl Deaton by submission. And yeah, I am going to have to go with, I think you guys heard it already, Selecki by first or second round submission. Moving on, we have Ode Osborne versus Charles Johnson. Ode, man, I love fading you, and I'm gonna keep doing it today. I just can't pick you here. I like watching you fight. You're entertaining. You like to bring it. I mean, you're not always like trying to throw down, but you're there. Yeah, and you're usually striking. You're not looking to dry hump people. I like Ode. He's interesting. He's a bit fruity. Speaking of fruity, his boy Levitt's fighting, but in a different way. I think Ode is just like really like positive and like happy. Um, and yeah, I just think Ode is a little bit like mentally like he's not gonna make it through a Tiger Muay Thai tryout, for example. Whereas Charles Johnson got the scholarship. I feel Charles Johnson is a little cocky, but the difference between him is he has a reason to be. His cardio is impeccable. His striking is really good. His wrestling is defense is ridiculous. Good jiu-jitsu. I just think he's a more well-rounded fighter. He's gonna keep it at range, and he's gonna just outbox Ode. I think Ode's best punch here is gonna be the overhands. Charles doesn't seem to read those very well, but I do think Charles is going to win this fight. Uses teeps, uses his straight shots down the middle. I think they're gonna cause Ode a lot of problems. Could I see a finish? Yeah, probably in later end of round one, round two. I don't think Ode is gonna get finished here. I think Johnson's gonna win an nice unanimous decision. I just think Johnson's a better fighter, and I think he's gonna work Ode this weekend. Moving on, we have Jordan Levitt versus Victor Martinez. Um, Now Jordan Levitt, uh, he may be a lot of things, but he is good at somehow winning fights. And if Victor Martinez settles at all in this fight, he is in a long. He could lose this fight. But luckily for Victor, his cardio is really really good. Luckily for Victor, I mean, it's pretty good. Luckily for Victor, his striking is decent enough to where it's going to cause Jordan a lot of problems. I feel like he's going to outbox Jordan. I feel like he's going to outstrike Jordan. Jordan is a little tricky. He's had good coaches in his corner, but it's just how much can you really pick up in a short period of time? Where Victor's been doing this his whole life. I do think Victor is going to win this fight. Could he lose? Yes, but I do think Victor is going to win this fight at dog money too. You got to take that. Um, I see him getting a finish with TKO shots in round three, or winning unanimous decision. I'm going to go with Victor Martinez here. I just like him here. I think he's very, very dangerous. And I just think he is a dog. And training with Say Saud, Diego Ferreira, like you got to trust that group. I have a lot of faith in Victor here. I was leaning Levitt when the fight got announced, but after more research, this was a card where I had to do a lot of research on. Even though I'm only playing two spots big, you know, and I don't recommend you guys do the same. I did that, and I'm kind of in a position where I kind of got to ride it out. But yeah, I got Victor here, taking that dog money. Let's go. Always fun fading Levitt. Nothing against the LGBT community, by the way. I love you guys, especially the women. Um, but yeah, Gabriela Fernandez versus my girl, my teammate, my homie, Jazz Vicious. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it sweet. I can't comment too much about this fight. Conflicts of interest everywhere on this card for me. But yeah, all I can say is what I think both girls should do to. Actually, no, I can't even say that. I'll say what I think Jazz should do to win, and I won't say I won't say anything else. And I'll leave it up to you guys who you guys think I'm predicting. Because most of the time I pick on my guys. I pick my guys most of the time. about 80 to 90% of the time. And today is going to be no different. So there's your answer. I'm backing Jasmine. I know it's Fernandez. She's a great kicker. She's a great kicker and all, but I'm just gonna say it. Jazz is she knows how to strike, man. She can strike very well. She's maybe not like a Lumpini champion or whatever, but she can strike. She can mix it up. Her elbows are a thing of beauty. Great knees. I do believe she has a very big ground game advantage. Especially on top, she's gonna really look to inflict a lot of damage on Gabriella. I'm rocking with Jazzy here. I love Jazz. She's a great person, great teammate, great friend. I'm just gonna have to rock with my teammate, man. There's no other way around it. Obviously, I can't bet on it, but I'm still gonna rock with my teammate here. But yeah, let's go, Jazz. Moving on. We got Trevor Peak versus Eric Gonzalez. My second biggest play of the card. We got Trevor Peak. Trevor Peak is a former drug addict who has excellent power. I want to say anything else positive, and he has great resolve, great toughness. He's durable. He's just a dog, man. You're gonna have to. And the thing about Gonzalez, he's not great at putting his opponents away or recognizing when he gets them hurt. I feel like Gonzalez, he's gonna either if he does if he this could be his breakout performance. Who knows? But I just think Trevor Peak is going to flatline this man. I think if Jim Miller can flatline this man, I feel like if a lot of guys can hurt that rear naked choke. Uh, McKinney got on him was absolutely terrible. Trevor Peak, I believe, is going to beat him up. And I believe if Trevor wanted to make it easy, he'd just take him down, get a nice easy sub or TKO. I just think Eric Gonzalez is not UFC ready. He is definitely not good. I think there's going to be a time to fade. There's going to be a lot of times to fade Trevor Peak, but this is not the one. His last opponent was a lot more dangerous uh, and a lot more finishing intent, and he just could not get him out of there. And to be fair, if he had a little more energy in the tank, he probably could have. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. He went for something. He got caught the takedown. And the thing about Trevor is he's got heavy hips, man. He knows how to really sink his weight into you. And once he gets on top of you, sure you can create some scrambles. But Trevor's got good cardio. He can keep on top. I think he's going to really hurt Eric here. Could Eric time him? He always lands always this one big shot in his fights that could change the course. Yes, that's what the most thing I'm worried. Biggest thing I'm worried about is that first round shot that Eric usually lands. Trevor's got to keep his P's and Q's, which is usually not something he does. He swings from the absolute bleachers, but it is what it is. I do think he'll win this fight. Very confident in him. And yeah, I don't like Eric Gonzalez at all. He quits when things get just remotely tough. Um, but then he doesn't. It's weird. Like like he'll eat a shot. Like McKinney tagged him really hard. That would have dropped most people, but he didn't drop. But then he'll put him in a rear naked choke that wasn't even like in right, and he'll tap to that. It's like I don't even know what to say about that. Like can't call him like not tough because he just. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going with Trevor Peak here. This should be an easy prediction unless Trevor makes it hard. Let's go, Trevor. Next fight, another conflict of interest fight for me. We got my boy Mike Ma Proper Milot. I love Mr. Milot. He is facing another up and comer Canadian 9-1. The difference between Mr. Johan and Mike is, I'm gonna be frank with you. Johan is an ape with a lot of power. Mike can crack, and he's got a ridiculous skill set. He is way better than Johan everywhere, and I think Mike's gonna win this fight however he wants, to be honest. But I would think the most easiest path to victory is taking him down and submitting him, just because of how substantial the difference is in the grappling. Johan obviously has a puncher's chance, but I can only give him that. I love Mike here. Um, Obviously, I don't like betting on teammates. It's illegal. You can't do that anyways. So but I would like to advise if you guys are looking to play my teammates. Just have fun and don't play too big. I don't want to hear anything out of you guys. I'm pretty biased because they're my teammates. But yeah, let's go, Mike. Moving on, we got Tatiano Suarez versus Montana De La Rosa. Tatiana Suarez is going to finish Montana De Rosa in the first or second round via TKO. I'm going to say the second round just because Montana is tough, and I do think she'll be able to last the first round. I just think Tatiana Suarez is just the grappling difference is too much, and I think she will be able to overwhelm her on the ground once it hits there and look to get a rear naked choke or a TKO. Tatiana Suarez is probably the lock of the card, in my opinion, but the odds are just too crazy. You can't play. I'm gonna look for a same game parlay. Um, and yeah, we'll let you know if we see something there. Dontel Mays versus Augusto Sakai. Augusto, everything I want to say about him will get me demonetized, so I'm gonna say he is a round shape who lacks motivation and is near the twilight of his career. The thing about Augusto when he was fighting really good is he knows how to mix in his boxing, his shooter box, Muay Thai, push you up against the fence. The thing he's fighting a guy who's, in my opinion, in much better shape. Um, I think he is actually trying to win fights, although he doesn't. He fights like an ape and doesn't fight very well. Sometimes I do think Dontel Mays wins this. I just think this isn't a fight you want to put a lot of your money on. This is a card that you wouldn't want to put a lot of your money on. This is a weird card, but I'm gonna go with Dontel Mays here, winning a fight, winning a second round TKO. Usually, it's how it goes with Sakai. He gives up the first round, loses momentum, and then quits in the second. At least that's how he's been as of late. But who knows? Maybe he survives and wins the unanimous decision. Maybe Augusto wins a split decision. Who knows? This is gonna be a weird fight. We don't recommend you guys betting it, or yeah, don't even bet on it. To be honest, it's a weird fight. Moving on, we have Andre Munez versus Brandon All In Allen. I love Brandon Allen. I think he's a great fighter, and I think he should be able to win this fight. But the problem with Munez is he's so strong, and he's so good at grappling. I worry though with Allen, because I am going to back Allen here, if Allen does get too confident in his BJJ instead of just using it, going back to the striking where he's best. In this fight, at least, I think he's going to. If he stays striking and just anti wrestles, he can win this fight all day. But it's what Brandon Allen decides to do is ultimately going to dictate if he wins or not. Um, but yeah, I like Allen here. I think he's gonna win a unanimous decision. But I could see it. I could see a submission for Muniz either way. It's just I don't rate Muniz that highly. The performance he showed against on Anders is good, but like not like the level. Like he was done. Like he was gasping for air. Like Muniz wasn't even looking to finish half the time. Just more looking to hold. Yeah, I'm on Allen here, but I'm not confident. And yeah, hoping for the best for this fight. Moving on, we have Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Superman Span. I gotta go with Ryan Span here. I don't know what to say, man. I just think Ryan Span's looked a lot better, a lot more focus. I worry about that cardio and him. He likes to tend to quit. But I feel like round one spans probably the play. I like that play. And then if you're taking Krylov, I don't know, just take Krylov as a dog. I can't remember if he's a dog or not, but I just think Span is gonna win this fight. I just feel like he's more powerful. He's a better boxer in my opinion. And he hits so much harder. But the only thing with Krylov is he's got more tools. He's a veteran. I don't know, man. This is a weird fight, weird card. I'm gonna go with Ryan Span here, but I would not be surprised at all to see him lose by getting tired and Krylov get a finish later on. But yeah, I'm going with Ryan Span here. If I can recap my picks here, and then my most confident picks. Okay, so we got Jose Johnson by second round TKO, Haley Cohen by unanimous decision, Aliyev by split decision, Selecki by unanimous decision. Or no, we're gonna go first round submission. We got Charles Johnson by I don't know, unanimous decision. We got Martinez by unanimous decision. Vicious by split decision. We got Peak by first round TKO. Milot by unanimous or submission in the first round. We got Tatiana Suarez by unanimous. No, first second round TKO. We got Dontel Mays by unanimous decision. We got Brendan Allen by unanimous decision. We got Ryan Spann by first round TKO. And now my most confident predictions. My number one most confident prediction is Tatiana Suarez. My number two have to be Haley Cohen. Number three would have to be Trevor Peak. Number four, Joe Selecki. Number five, Ode Osborne. Or not Ode Osborne, Charles Johnson, sorry. Charles Johnson and Mike Milot are my number five most confident predictions. Alright, guys. Those are my picks. I'll put the timestamp on later. You know it. And I'll get videos. I'll get more videos out later for PFL, Contenders, Bellator, and whatever else is on this week. Alright, guys. BKFC. Yeah, that's it. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. We'll see you.